Kids, you tried your best, and you failed miserably. The lesson is, never try.
Here it is, another weekly edition. The Father-Daughter Podcast, Life with Pop. I'm the Pop in Pop. My name is Chuck. Sitting here with me again is the preteen pop culture queen, Callista. And we're bringing you the latest pop culture events in movies, TV, YouTube, fashion, and more. So sit back, enjoy the show. So Callista, what's new this week?
Well, I am going for a whole week with my friend and her family to Corpus Christi for surfing vacation.
Surfing vacation. Do you know how to surf?
No.
Do you know how to swim?
Kind of.
You have to be a strong swimmer to be a surfer.
You have to have balance, too.
So whereabouts are you going? Do you know what ocean you're going to be in or what Gulf you're going to be in?
Gulf of Mexico, I think right?
That's right.
Right? Okay,
that's right.
Good.
So you know where you are. So describe to any of our new listeners, tell them what our podcast is about, Callista.
Pop culture!
What kind of topics do we discuss?
Celebrities, fashion, TV, YouTube, music, movies.
Everything pop culture, right?
Yep.
And how is this pop culture podcast different from others?
We're the only father-daughter pop culture podcast.
Right. So we have my take as a 40-something-year-old person and your take as a preteen.
Almost 13-year-old.
And what's similar and different in the pop culture and how we view it. Leading off with our podcast this week, we're getting into the news portion. The big news was they announced a few different Star Wars projects, so it looks like one director is going to be having to do one movie, then post-production for a year, and then another. There are going to be multiple Star Wars movies all filming at the same time, so we should be having a Star Wars movie every year, starting after the J.J. Abrams project and then moving each summer after that. So that's something to look forward to. The bad news for Star Wars fans out there is that Harrison Ford had a piece of the Millennium Falcon fall on his leg and break it. So he's going to be out of filming for 8 weeks.
Do you know which leg, though?
No, I don't.
You should know.
I'm not that big of a Star Wars geek to know that, but perhaps he forgot his famous Han Solo line where he hits the ship with his hand and say, "Hear me, baby, hold together." So the ship didn't hold together, it fell on him. So hopefully he has a good recovery there and the project speeds along. Also in movie news for me, do you remember, have you heard of a movie called Predator, Callista?
Yeah.
What do you know about Predator?
Nothing. Alien thingy.
Predator was one of those movie experiences I had back in the 80s where I really loved the movie. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger leading a bunch of army guys, kind of like Expendables that we talked about last week, into the jungle in search of a alien predator who turned himself invisible. So they announced that they're going to be making another Predator movie, and instead of doing a reboot or something different, it's supposed to be in the same universe as the other Predator movies. It's being directed by Shane Black, who most recently did Iron Man 3. He also did the Lethal Weapon series, and it promises to be an event movie coming out soon. So we move along to our TV portion. Callista, what are you watching this week in TV?
America's Funniest Home Videos.
And how long have you been watching this program?
I don't know. Didn't we watch it like a long time ago, too?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you knew it wasn't a new program that's been on for like 20 years. So who's hosting the shows these days, Callista?
Tom Bergeron!
Is that how they say his name on the show?
Yeah.
Do you know what he's famous for?
No.
He used to be a game show host, Hollywood Squares. Do you know who the original host of AFV used to be?
Wasn't it like a girl and a guy? Or am I wrong?
That was before him, but before that it was Bob Saget, who's one of the dads on Full House. I don't know what character he plays.
Danny?
He's a tall, dark-haired guy, yeah.
Yeah.
So he had that show and America's Funniest Videos on at the same time. And this is back before the internet, where we actually had to mail a videotape in an envelope to the show. So how do they submit videos now? They just...
Through
online?
Computers, phones.
Is that how they send it in?
Yeah.
Why is this one of your favorite shows?
because it's funny and you watch people be really silly and weird and just fall and hurt themselves. I enjoy that.
I haven't watched the show in a while, but I know you guys watch it quite often. So what kind of videos are your favorite to see on the show?
The fails videos. Do you know those? Like, just the everything. People falling, dogs doing, I don't know.
So people that are trying to do something spectacular and then
think they're being smart, but then in the end they just fail. They don't think it through.
Okay.
Like, ooh, I'm just gonna ride this four-wheeler into a pond and see what happens.
Okay. So it doesn't matter if you don't remember the episodes from week to week?
It's basically the same thing every week.
It's just TV
just
in the
different.
moment. Anything else to say about AFV?
You should watch it.
Are there still new shows being broadcast? Is it all in reruns? Is the show going off the air?
Mostly reruns. They might be making, like, there might be a new person making a whole new series. I don't know.
Well, my TV pick of the week is a show that just ended after 12 episodes called Fargo. It's based on a favorite movie of mine that's also called Fargo. This one takes place in the same universe, made by the same people, but it's a completely different storyline. It's basically a 12-hour, 11-hour mini-movie based in the universe of Fargo. So without giving too much away, it does have a great cast. Billy Bob Thornton is in there. Tom Hanks' son, Colin Hanks, is in the movie. The actor from the recent Hobbit movies and World's End and Sherlock is in the movie. He plays the lead character. Very well written, very entertaining show. It moves very quick week to week, and it just had its series finale wrapped up. So if you haven't caught that show yet and you're a fan of the Fargo movie, you can look at it in reruns, I think, on FX, or you can look to download it somewhere wherever you download your favorite TV shows and movies. Look for it there soon. And so if people are trying to also tune in to AFV, where can they watch that show now, Callista?
You can find it on WGN on cable, and you can find a season or two on Netflix.
So you can pick it up on Netflix if you want to watch it on demand?
There's only like a season on Netflix, and then there's like that kids version, just stuff for kids.
Okay. So if you like either of those shows, check it out there.
Yay! We're going to the movies!
Now's a portion of our show where we get into the movie section. And while we don't always make it into a theater, since December 31st, my New Year's resolution was to see a movie a day. So we always have a movie playing in the house somewhere, either with family or with myself, trying to honor that commitment. So far, all the way up until June 25th, today, I've been able to watch a single movie or more every single day. So pulling from the list, Callista, what did you see recently that you would like to talk about?
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2.
A movie I haven't seen, and I don't really remember the first movie. So what can you tell me about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2?
It's about Flint Lockwood. He works at the Live Corp company for his idol Chester V. But he was forced to leave his post when he learns that his most infamous machine is still in operation and is churning out menacing food animal hybrids.
So the machine from their first movie that just made food is now making animal food? Foods that are alive?
No, it's foods that like have legs and stuff and can like move around like people and animals.
Okay, so that would be
they're, like,
a live food.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
But they're not really like human legs. They're more like bug legs.
Okay.
That's what it looks like in the movie.
And so you watched this on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
And how was this movie? What was your favorite part of the movie? Did you have one?
The ending.
The ending, the credits?
Yeah.
So what would you have to say or to recommend about this movie?
Well, if people like the first movie, then I guess they'll probably like the second movie. But I didn't really like the first movie that much. It was okay, but the second movie, it wasn't really that good. Well, in my opinion, yeah.
Well, it sounded like it had a good cast, though. It looks like it has Bill Hader and Will Forte from Saturday Night Live, Neil Patrick Harris, Anna Faris from the Scary Movie series, James Caan, Andy Samberg, another person from Saturday Night Live. So, Callista, what was wrong with the movie where you were not able to recommend it for someone to watch?
Well, I didn't really like the first movie because I didn't really get the first movie. Well, I knew that he made a machine and it, like, made food falling from the sky, but I don't get how... I don't get it that much. That's why.
Well, it was based on a children's book, right?
I think
it started out as a children's book, then they made the first movie.
Zachary has the children's book, I think.
And so it was an accidental invention, right?
No, he made it where water goes through the top and then food comes out of the bottom.
Right, but the food falling out of the sky was a mistake. He was trying to solve world hunger by creating a machine that would make food out of water, right?
I think.
And then the machine goes haywire and food falls out of the sky, and then I don't remember any of the movie after that.
They get more giant because they keep it like overloading or something, and it's making the food like 3 times as big. That's probably how it came alive. And he thought in the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, he thought that he got rid of it, but it just came back and made everything even worse.
So, what age group do you think this movie is geared for?
Little kids, 7 and under.
7 and under?
Or possibly 10 and under.
And should parents see this movie with their kids or just drop them off and pick them up again?
It depends.
Okay.
If they like their kids that much.
Okay.
My final thoughts of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 is...
Hey, name!
So, Callista, your final score on a scale of 0 to 5 stars, what would you rate this movie?
2.
A 2 out of 5. There you have it.
I could pull a better cartoon out of my ass. Hey, whoa! Wasn't that great, kid?
Moving along to my movie pick of the week. This is a movie I saw months ago when it first came out on video at the Redbox, and it just recently became available on your Netflix queue. And that is a movie called The Spectacular Now. It came out late last year, and it stars Callista, somebody in a movie that's in the theater now that you want to see. It's Shailene Woodley. Am I saying her name right? Shailene Woodley. Miles Teller, a personal favorite of mine, Kyle Chandler. It also stars Jennifer Jason Leigh, Brie Larson, and it is a high school romance movie.
Ooh.
But it's not a typical high school romance movie. It's about a kid from a divorced family. His mom and dad are divorced. In fact, he doesn't even know who his father is, and that's part of the mystery of the movie. But he lives in the now, and he calls it the spectacular now because he's always drinking during this movie. So one night he overdoes it a little bit too much, and he wakes up on the lawn of one of his classmates, played by Shailene Woodley. Shailene Woodley.
No, you're doing it all wrong.
And she's a girl in the school. In fact, all the characters in the school, they have kind of made all the kids look like your average high school kid. So it's not really like a Hollywood type movie where you might see Zac Efron and some of the starlets in there. All the kids kind of just look like plain old normal kids, which kind of makes it appealing. But he's dumped by his girlfriend, ends up on her front lawn, and she finds him and gets him off the lawn before her mom comes home, and she ends up doing her mom's paper route with him, and then they become friends in school. They become best friends in school, and the rest of the movie shows how their relationship develops through the last few months of high school and for his quest to find his father and answer the question as to why his father broke up with the mom and left him and hasn't contacted him anymore. So definitely a very good movie. There's only 1 or 2 really objectionable scenes in the movie, even though this is rated R. It could very well be a PG-13 movie if you are looking for something different, something quirky, something entertaining. I would check this one out. It's called The Spectacular Now. It came out in 2013, and that is my Netflix pick of the week. Moving along to the YouTube portion of our show this week. Each and every week we try to find a YouTube clip that neither one of us has seen to show the other, or possibly a YouTube clip that we like that we would like to pass on and share with you. If you'd like to see any of our past YouTube clips, we give you a link of all those on our Twitter page, Life with Pop, at twitter.com. Calissa, what did you find this week?
The Great Nutrela Pyramid by Epic Mealtime.
So tell me what Nutella is, because I'm not aware of that product.
It's a hazelnut spread. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like peanut butter, but it's like hazelnut, chocolatey taste. You can put it on everything. Like anything you could put peanut butter on, you could put Nutella on. So that's...
Okay. And so what is this video going to be about that you're about to play?
They're making a pyramid with Rice Krispie treats, bacon, and Nutella.
So they're waking this guy up.
500 Rice Krispie treats deep, fistful of Nutella, and stacks of bacon. I'll put that bacon in your face. What you gonna do with it? Best believe we candy that bacon with brown sugar and cinnamon. Nutella, more like Nuke-tella.
Double gloves, because candy bacon will bite ya. It'll bite ya. I imagine this is what my liver looks like.
So that's a bubbling mess of brown sugar and bacon out of the oven. This is big
This
goopy
whole
bacon mess.
thing is probably over
Nutella squeeze
like a
bottles.
week full of calories.
This is the foundation for the great Nutella pyramid right now with some fine chocolate detailing going on.
So they have Rice Krispies that they just squeeze bottled chocolate on top of.
It's Nutella.
We're building
That's
our
the
pyramid
Nutella?
with
Yes.
It
ground
looked just
up
like a
Rice
chocolate
Krispie treats
syrup.
and Nutella mortar.
Well, it is. It's hazelnut, chocolatey.
So they're bricking all the Rice Krispie treats together like bricks with mortar of Nutella in the middle.
Inside this wonder of the world is a bacon man buried in a s'more
Inside they put
sarcophagus.
s'mores and a bacon man.
This is the cooking.
So they're stacking it cookie style, Oreo style. They're building a pyramid to the sky.
About creating a monument out of Nutella.
You know your whole life wondering how they built the pyramids. Or you can build your own pyramid out of 500 Rice Krispie treats, Nutella, and you can stuff it with s'mores and a bacon mummy. And heck, you could be us. You could eat this right now. You are us. You're about to eat this right now. With us. You are you.
So they show these guys eating it. Yep. Big Nutella, Rice Krispie bar, bacon sandwich thing. So is this something you're going to make for us one day, Callista?
Ew, no, I would not make that. I don't want to have diabetes.
Okay, so how did you find this video on YouTube?
It was on the popular list on YouTube.
Alright. So in case you were curious and you were trying to figure out what we were just listening to, check out that link at our Twitter page. Like I said, Life with Pop. We're at twitter.com, and you can see this link and hook it up to YouTube and see that link for yourself. My YouTube clip of the week is a video that we found quite a few months ago, and I forgot about it until recently when the song just popped in my head again. And once you hear this clip, you'll hear how catchy the song is and you'll regret it. But I forgot how we found this video. But apparently this video was used in Japanese offices for the workers to take a exercise break and learn English words at the same time. And we'll describe the video as it unrolls here on the mic, and we'll explain what you're seeing here. It starts out with a lady who obviously has very limited English skills in the United States, sitting on a bench.
My stomach.
She's clutching her stomach, but she can't find the words to tell the gentleman how to help her. So basically saying, what can she do?
I have a bad case of diarrhea.
So apparently,
I have a bad case of diarrhea.
that's the words
I
that
have
they
a
need to
bad
learn
case of
when they're
diarrhea.
traveling in the United States. Then it cuts to three Japanese ladies dressed in aerobics clothes doing very minimal movements and chanting this song over and over again. It almost looks like the chicken dance. And when I saw this, I was just laughing out loud. Why do you think I found this to be so funny, Callista?
Because you're so immature.
Well, no, you wonder what other cultures think of us in the United States, where they're worried about how to ask for an ambulance, how to ask for help, how to clutch and say stomach and diarrhea. Is this a chronic problem that Japanese people have when they travel to the United States?
It must be pretty common if they make a
if
video
they
like
make
that.
a video of it, right? And then if you find the one video, obviously you go down the YouTube rabbit hole where there's multiple videos. One where the same lady is getting robbed at knife point by two people. What were some of the other ones you remember that we saw?
What's the one that we watched today?
Take anything that you want.
Take me to an ambulance, please.
Right. But there was just different ones. So if you follow the link on ours, it'll link to the other ones. And
I feel feverish and sluggish.
Right, I feel feverish and sluggish. If you follow the link, you'll see all the other videos, and it's good to generate a chuckle or two and put that song in your head for weeks to come. Where do we go next, Callista?
Music!
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
What is your pick of the week today, Callista?
Don't Be Gone Too Long by Chris Brown featuring Ariana Grande.
So Chris Brown is on the charts. Ariana Grande you liked. What was the song we talked about a week or two ago that you liked of hers?
Problem.
And that's the one that she currently has. It's like number 2 or 3 or 4 on the charts right now. And this is a new song, so it's just now coming out?
It's been out for like a month, but they haven't made the official music video because of Chris. You know what's happening.
Being in jail?
Yeah.
So is this song on the charts?
No.
It's just on her album. Okay, so play a little bit of it. Let's hear what it sounds like. So this is actually a Chris Brown song, and she's just singing the chorus. Is that my take on this?
No, she just sings background-ish. Like, she doesn't have, like, a solo part in it. It's mostly him, but she, like...
It's just to put her name on the song so that people go out and find it and buy it.
Can you hear her?
Mm-hmm.
She's very silent in there. Wait, she has her heart.
And that's enough to get her name on the song?
No, she sings at the end, but yeah. Okay.
And what makes you like that song?
I don't know. It's really catchy.
That's
Do you think it's kind of catchy?
Yeah, but I couldn't tell.
You have to hear the ending though. It gets really I don't know what that means.
So we skipped a little bit to the ending.
This is my favorite part though, the ending.
That was it? Just that little segment right there that she sang? So that was it. What's the song called?
Don't Be Gone Too Long. They sing it like 20 times.
And it's on Spotify? Is it on Pandora? iTunes?
I don't know. I just found it on YouTube. That's how
I
found the song.
YouTube.
That's how I found the song.
Okay. My pick of the week, as we said in the previous podcast, Amazon has their Prime Music now. And one of the albums that came out is an album I used to listen to in my younger days, my junior high days. It's by a group called the Ramones. You've heard of them, right, Callista?
Not really, but...
The album is Rocket to Russia, and it was just one of those pleasant surprises to find that you have access to the album for free, so you don't have to go out and download it or pay money for it. As long as you have your Prime membership, you can listen to it. And the reason why I picked this, Callista, was to commemorate your surfing trip. There's a couple of surfing punk songs on here. This song is called Rockaway Beach.
The beginning sounded like Beat on the Brats.
Yeah, Beat on the Brat is one of their songs that you know. A lot of their songs sound the same. They're just quick 2-3 minute songs played really fast. But they have that 60s type feel to it. The Ramones is one of those early punk bands. There was a couple of brothers who had the last name Ramone, so everybody that joined the band picked up the name Ramone, and they all had different first names. Joey, Dee Dee, but they all picked up the last name Ramones, even though they all in real life, their last names weren't Ramon. It was Marky. And then there's another song on here that I'll play for you too, Cliff. This song you'll probably know if I can get it to go back. This song is a favorite of yours too. This is a song I want you to think of when you're wiping out on your surfboard this week in the Gulf of Mexico. And it goes on and on. The name of the group is Ramones. Rocket to Russia is the name of the album. I'm not sure what number album this is in their canon of albums. I probably should know that, but I don't have it off the top of my head. But the reason why I like this album is for Rockaway Beach, Cretin Hop, Sheena is a Punk Rocker is on there, We're a Happy Family is on there, Teenage Lobotomy is on there. They do a remake of Do You Want to Dance and Surfin' Bird. My music pick of the week, the Ramones, Rocket to Russia. Check it out. And as you can tell by our David Bowie music, we're now into our fashion segment of the podcast. Calissa, what's our fashion topic this week?
Celebrities wearing themselves on their clothes.
So specifically, celebrities who are wearing their face on their shirt, right? So fan t-shirts that celebrities are wearing. So where I would wear a Beatles t-shirt because I like the Beatles and walk around in public and announce to the world that I like the Beatles, Paul McCartney would wear a Paul McCartney shirt and walk around and announce that he's Paul McCartney.
I don't know. Sure. Sure. Advertisements.
You don't think it's weird for a celebrity to wear their own face on their own shirt?
Well, it kind of is. It makes them sound like self-centered or something. Like only into themselves. Hey, look, I'm on my shirt.
Or is it
sit
just
there and stare at my shirt the whole time?
That could be part of it. Or do you think it's a way that a celebrity can say, hey, I get the whole pop culture thing, I get it, and just to acknowledge to the fans that it's cool to wear a shirt with their likeness on it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well,
are there a lot of people that walk around with celebrities on their shirts these days, just in the regular public?
Nah, kind of. Some people. There's a small amount.
So which celebrities were caught in public wearing themselves on their shirts this month?
Well, there are some people, but there are only a few people that I know exactly what was on their shirt. Miley Cyrus, she had herself on her shirt with her tongue out, her signature tongue. Like that. No pants on, just a long shirt, and makes her look even more weird.
So that would be an example of a celebrity just bringing attention to themselves and trying to promote and sell themselves?
But I think hers was the self-centered part. That's probably why she wore a shirt like that.
Okay, who else?
Brad Pitt.
And Brad Pitt had a drawing of him and Angelina Jolie, supposedly or assumedly by one of his children, right? And he had the picture put on a t-shirt and he was wearing it as he was walking through the airport, right? So what would that be an example of?
I don't know.
Just proudly displaying his child's artwork, right? Even though the artwork was about him.
You would never wear a shirt with my artwork on it.
No. I'm just kidding. No, I would wear it, but I don't know if I would wear it where the paparazzi were taking my pictures and I was walking through an airport or being on a plane.
Hey, look! I'm so proud of my daughter. She wore this shirt.
It just shows that Brad Pitt doesn't really pay that much attention, or wants the perception that he doesn't pay that much attention of what he wears out in public, or at least when he's on an airplane. A lot of people have to put their makeup on, their jewelry on, their bling on, their nice clothes on before they step in front of the paparazzi because they don't want those pictures of them without their makeup being online. So it's cool that Brad Pitt can just walk through the airport with a hat, sunglasses, and a t-shirt like that on and not really care. Who else was on the list?
Nicolas Cage. Do you know what he had?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage was backstage. I forgot what the artist was that he was listening to, but he was meeting Andrew Dice Clay backstage, and he had a picture of himself on a t-shirt, but he had a jacket over it, he had a hat, and he had sunglasses on. So I'm not sure if he was trying to go incognito or trying to have people pay attention to his shirt more than what he actually looked like. Who else?
James Franco.
James Franco is just kind of kooky anyway. He did two different ones. He had a t-shirt with a picture of him and his friend Seth Rogen arm in arm on the t-shirt. And then he made like a button-down shirt with a collar, kind of like a shirt that I would wear to work, but short sleeve, that had a whole collage of his face all over the shirt.
Burn it.
And I guess he sent that to Instagram for his fans to see. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with him. Maybe that was just an artistic statement.
Okay.
Who else is on your list?
Taylor Swift.
I don't know that much about why she would do it. Probably the same. Everybody else is doing it, so it's a fad, so let me do it too because I'm cool. Or I want to be cool.
I want to be like every other celebrity.
Right. Who else was on the list?
Paris Hilton.
Hers was kind of unique looking because she took a picture of herself and she had it painted like an Andy Warhol picture and put on a shirt. But it was weird that she was wearing a picture of herself. She had her phone up against her ear too, so I'm not sure where she was when they snapped that picture or what she was doing. Who else?
Bill Cosby. He wasn't a picture of him and
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
So apparently he was proud of that meeting or wants people to remember Nelson Mandela because he passed away recently. And Nelson Mandela was heavy into world soccer, which is going on right now too. So I think that was the tie-in for him. Who else?
David Hasselhoff.
Next.
Nicki Minaj.
Next.
Kanye West.
Next.
No. I know which one he had on his shirt, though. Wasn't it Kim?
Yeah.
And what was the word that was across it?
His
album name?
Jesus is the name of his album. So he was wearing a shirt to promote his album and also to remind everybody that he's married to Kim Kardashian. The reason why I said next is I think all three of those was the same as Miley Cyrus, just self-centered and to draw attention to themselves. And I don't know if they're that big of a celebrity as everybody else. Kanye West, of course, was ranting at Bonnaroo last week how he is the greatest musician ever to walk the planet and that his goal is to be used in the same sentence or same memory as Walt Disney, William Shakespeare, and Mozart. So that's why I said we can go next and skip him. So, the fashion trend is for celebrities to wear pictures of themselves on their clothes.
Yep.
And how big a trend is this going to be? Is this going to be something that continues, or is just something that's fun right now until the next true fad comes along?
Ooh, I spilled something. Okay, I don't think it'll go on that long. Well, celebrities might, but I don't really think, I don't think it'll be where you'll see a random person on the street with a picture of them on their shirts. Unless it comes to that.
So what do you think we can do to help this trend, Callista?
Prevent it from happening. I don't know.
Well, I think we should go out and find t-shirts of people who are deserving to be recognized, deserving to be noticed. Maybe a celebrity that's not as popular or not seeking popularity that needs some attention. Or you can just find one of your own favorite people and advertise that or publicize that. So wear what you like because it's cool, not because it's something that's going to make you reap rewards or benefits later by wearing it. Callista, what kind of celebrities or famous characters do you have on clothes that you wear?
I don't know. Disney, like Minnie Mouse. That's mostly it. I don't have people on my shirts. I
know our family at one point, we all had Simpsons shirts of some kind or another that we wore.
I have the Lisa one that says I want a pony on it.
Yeah, what did Dylan have?
The I Dressed Myself one with Ralph on it.
Ralph Wiggum was on it with his clothes on
backwards. Where his legs were, where his arms were.
And I had my Duff Beer shirt, which is a wink to The Simpsons. It was a fictional beer company. And I forgot what Zachary had.
Zach didn't have anything.
Oh, he didn't have a Simpsons
No.
shirt? I wear Beatles t-shirts a lot. I wear my Green Bay Packer hat a lot. So I guess the bottom line is when it comes to a character like Batman or a musician like the Beatles or a team like Green Bay, just wear what you like, not what you think is going to make you popular or draw attention to yourself.
Now it's time to bring it around town. Bring it around town.
That's it for another weekly podcast, Life with Pop. We'll load one every single week. We appreciate you folks listening to it. If you care to find us, you can reach us at lifewithpop@gmail.com if you want to send us an email. We're on Twitter at lifewithpop. And as always, to help support us, we appreciate it if you would give us your review, your rating when you find us here on iTunes. If you'd like, you can also give us a 5-star rating of something you like. Let's say it's the Beatles' Let It Be album. You can give us your response to for the Ramones album that we reviewed today, or you might have a counter review for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 and tell us why you liked it and why you gave that a 5-star rating. But please give us a 5-star rating so that other people can find our podcast as well. As always, I'm Pop.
I'm Callista, and I'm the preteen pop culture queen.
And that's it. We'll see you in another week.
Bye!
Goodbye.